So for turn 3 for the Chaos side, it's been pretty rough for them. So this Plague Marine unit shot at the Ultramarine unit that's laying there killing one guy, and then they assaulted them and they killed three guys, and the champion was able to punch this Space Marine champion in the face with a power fist, killing him, but he was not rewarded by the Chaos Gods. And then you will have this unit, when they assaulted, also assaulted with the Beast of Nurgle, and as you can see, they had to flee, or quote unquote do a tactical retreat. For the Salamander unit, they were able to wipe out the Swarm or the Nurglings, as well as the help from these veterans. And this Plague Bearer unit, as well as with this Nurgling, had fought against the Assault Marines. They lost one guy, but they also were able to kill a Plague Bearer, so they evened out. For this Dreadnought had been a pain in the side for the Chaos Forces. And finally, one of their champions, Bone Crusher, came in. And because they were Power Fist, they went Simo. The Dreadnought was actually able to wound Bone Crusher, but he made both his invulnerable saves. It was pretty crazy. And then he returned 3 punches back, and all of them penetrated. And he blew up the Dreadnought. And the only thing that happened is one of the Plague Bearers died, and when the Nurgling took a wound from the explosion. Everybody else, it just bounced off their armor. For this Death Guard unit here, they fought the fought the Space Wolves, killing 2 of their brethren. They failed a leadership test, and they had to do a tactical retreat as well. Here, for this Space Wolves unit, they have been matching blades and wits with this Death Guard unit, and no wounds had occurred. And this Ultramarine unit has really been holding strong. They lost one of their brethren, but they were able to make their leadership test. And this assault unit here actually was able to shoot and kill the sniper. So there you have it. As you can see, the Death Guard forces are actually doing what they normally do when they assault. They send out their cannon fodder in a way, which is their demonic brethren, to weed out or to weaken the forces, and then they start slowly but surely pressing their will against their enemy, and they're using typical Death Guard tactics. We're going to see what happens. Can the Loyalists make it or not? Sakaris is reviewing what is occurring on the battlefield, and he's adjusting his plans again. Stay tuned for turn 4. For turn 4 for the Loyalist side, you can see that this unit, and the Salamanders all shot into this Death Guard unit. And the result is they had 2 guys left for the combat, and then the Salamanders charged them. But one of their men died because of the melter gun, which you see here. The champion challenged the sergeant, and the sergeant, he fought well, but in vain. The champion of the Death Guard punched him in the face with a power fist, killing him. And you see this 5, that means his ballistic skill was added by 1, so now he's ballistic skill 5. And then you see here, this combat, where slowly but surely the Death Guard is starting to push their will upon the Loyalists. The Space was able to kill 1, and even the Dreadnought was able to kill another. But, as you know, they're fearless, so they remain firm. Then you had this veteran unit opened up on the Purge, but they were able to make all their saves except 1. And the Purge, they retaliated, and one of their Overwatch, this melter gun, was able to kill a guy. And then the other weapon, I believe it was a Stormbolter, who shot this guy here, who he died, and they failed their charge. So they're stuck there. Combat here, actually, nobody died, no wounds, no anything. So it's like that was pretty crazy on this one. The veteran unit was able to kill the Nurglings, and this unit here was able to cause a wound on the Beast. This unit here, the Space Wolves, were able to shoot at the Death Guard, killing 1, and then they charged them shooting, but they lost 2 of their brethren. but they was able to make the morale check. So there, everyone, all the loyalists, because Securus is on the table, even though the rules say it's only for Ultramarines, because he's the commanding officer in charge of all the loyalists and trying to make some of these rules kind of simple, that they just use his leadership, so they held firm. But also the Ultramarines, they lost 2 casualties as well, and this unit also lost 2 of their brethren. So guys, there you have it. The loyalist side is fighting valiantly, but that toughness 5 of the Death Guard, plus they have plague knives, which lets them reroll because they're poison, and their strength and toughness is the same, so they get to reroll them. So I think that's really what's making the difference, and that feel no pain of a 4. The Death Guard is really making it hard for the loyalists to really stop them. Their legendary toughness is on display, and it is their turn to now retaliate against the attack of the loyalists. We're going to see what happens here. Coming up, turn 4 for the Chaos side. Guys, for turn 4 for the Chaos side, really, the Chaos side is really pushing forward, and I'll show you what I mean by that. The Chaos forces were tired of being blocked by this Dreadnought, so the Purge charged into it and basically sacrificed their champion with his Power Fist. And him and the Dreadnought, they went at it, and they basically killed each other. As well as you can see that the rest of the Purge, and as well as this Death Guard unit that was left, they started to take its toll on the Space Wolves, who had to make a retreat. Then you will see that this unit of Salamanders was able to kill one of the Death Guard members, but the Death Guard champion punched 2 Salamanders with his Power Fist, killing 2, but they were able to rally, making sure that they did not fall back, which may cost them later. The veteran unit was able to kill a few guys, but between the Plague Bearers and Talus and Morpheus, they killed 3 of the veterans, 4, and causing the veterans to do a tactical retreat. This unit here, this Plague Bearers that were here, so I forgot to mention in the last turn, I apologize guys, both the 2 Rune Priests were able to cast Banishment, and they were able to banish 9 Plague Bearers and that Beast of Nurgle. So that helped them out, but the Assault Marines were able to kill 2 of the Plague Bearers, remaining 1, as well as a Nurgling. And the Lords of Rust, they killed the rest of that remaining veteran squad. The Nova Marines, who's an attachment to the Ultramarines, were able to kill this Beast of Nurgle, but the champion of them Bone Crusher had challenged him, and he crushed him with his Power Fist and his Chain Fist, and he also now has a ballistic skill of 5. And the Nurgling, he still has 1 wound and actually was able to kill a Marine, and so they had to make a tactical retreat. The Wolves, although they were fighting valiantly, they also had failed their leadership and now making a tactical retreat, as well as this unit of Ultramarines. Those guys there, I think they were the turn of that particular battle, because they had caused nearly 3 wounds by themselves. And as always, the Death Guard's resilience is on display. Guys, these guys are really pressing forward. They are now, it's like a war of attrition, and that kind of attrition type of war suits the Death Guard just fine. So Captain Securius is now going to use his last and final strategy that can help him. This is going to be turn 5, and this is going to be the end of the game after these last 2 turns. Let's see what Captain Securius has up his sleeve. Turn 5 coming up.